Welcome everyone. It is Nero here at DAPP Center, the channel where you can find the best crypto projects and the best dApps where you can earn a passive income and learn about all the other things you could do with your precious little cryptocurrencies. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Now let's get to it, shall we? All right, guys. I am here doing a live AMA with Sphynx token. I got here the CEO, Lonzo, and the founding partner, Day. Thank you guys all for being here on our channel. Tell me a little bit about yourself, guys. How'd you guys get involved in blockchain technology? And I'm just really excited to hear what your history is all about.
Thank you, man. Firstly, thanks for having us, man. It's a real honor to be doing this AMA with people like yourself. We've just recently launched about 2 weeks ago now. So I've been involved in crypto since 2017. Started getting into smart contracts from then on, but over the last 18 months or so, really got quite into detail and trying to make a bit of a difference in the space. So probably 6-7 months ago, when meme coins started becoming more popular, more eyes and investors were coming into the space, I found there was a bit of a gap in allowing people who have never been in crypto to come into crypto, because the process of buying crypto, it's quite complex. It's not very straightforward. There's a lot going on when there shouldn't really be a lot going on, because the beautiful part of this technology is how fast and quick and easy it should be. That's really where Sphynx being brought to life, taking the utilities that's out there in the market currently and stripped out all the good things from all these utilities and brought it into one place, a place where it's simple to use, easy, and for someone that's not been in crypto at all, they can have a sense of understanding of what's really going on, what's all the moving parts. Like you can pick up your phone and send them the link to our swap to someone that is not very experienced in buying crypto or trading crypto, and they might not get it straight away, but the process of transitioning someone who's never dealt with crypto is much more easier. So our swap is up and running right now. Today we'll be transferring our liquidity to make it all on our DEX. So the big unique identifier, if you want to call it, or for our DEX compared to what's out in the market, is we actually reward holders without selling tokens, without doing anything. And how that happens is we actually redistribute profit that the swap makes directly back to the shareholders. So we reward our shareholders 50% of all profit every 7 days back to being the token holder. So just in terms of numbers and stuff, so like if you want to talk about competitors, like what's out there right now and the space that we're in currently, which is the BSC, which is where our tokens held, it's just Pancake. So currently our swap, you can buy directly from Pancake Swap on our swap, and also anything that would be essentially on our swap, which would, we would start off today with that being our token, Sphynx token. So the swap generates fees. When you're buying a token, you have to pay a small transaction fee to Pancake Swap, and that's not irrespective of the project or whatever. That's a standard fee. Whether you're buying my token, whether you're buying like any other token, there's a fixed fee. So all 50% of those fees are going to be going back to our holders. So that's from the swap. So we've got fees because our DEX it's got everything. It's got the staking and farming, the NFT marketplace. We have our wallet that's coming out. We have our app that's coming out. We have the bridge. Our first bridge that we'll be bridging to is ETH, which is also directly related with our NFT drop that's coming out on Saturday. As well with our NFTs, the utility behind it is because we have our bridge fee. We're connecting our NFTs to receive income from our actual bridge fee, as well as 50% of royalties being redistributed to our NFT holders. So
Wow.
the idea of our, project is to create a community where people feel safe, people understand what's going on, and just reculture or retrain the whole BSC space, because there's more bad than good out there. And even like for our project, like we have a CertiK audit already. We actually got our CertiK before CMC. Like
Oh, wow.
that's the kind of eyes that have laid onto this project. So we've entered a partnership with CertiK to ensure all projects that come through our DEX, through our Launchpad, have been certified and verified by CertiK as well. So you have your third party, top number one in the industry, to ensure the how good the contract is, whether there's any exploits in the contract. You can monitor the contract 24 hours, 7 days a week on Skynet. So that's the kind of standard that we're trying to set in the space. If you want to look at it, we're like the unofficial regulator, but without being the regulators, essentially. So the idea is not for people to having to day trade. People basically buy and just receive income on a weekly basis. It's how I like to describe it. It's just it's like, if you look at it from a stock investment, you buy some shares, and at the end of the year you get a dividend, just depending on how well the company does. So that's really kind of the idea behind it. We want people to feel like it's an actual investment where they've invested and then they're getting a return out of it, rather than just their shares increasing. Because once you sell your shares, that's it. You have to buy as much to get that position back. So with that, with the way that we've built this model, you don't have to be selling. I even say this as with my team, like a lot of our investors currently right now, I already understand, like our first few dividends that's going to be coming out, most of them will just reinvest it back, because they know that this is like an opportunity of a lifetime to come into something this early for something at this caliber. So we launched, at least with our DEX already live. It's still like, when we launched it was still at a beta level, but I wanted to show people, like, we're real, we're trying to do something really big here. And if you understand development, like, development doesn't happen overnight. Like, we are officially week 23 on this project, and we've only been live for 2 weeks. So we've been working, for 19 weeks to be working on a project where there's no money coming in, there's only money coming out. We've got we've got over 9 to 12 developers, like 2 or 3 are contract depending on the task, but we've got like about 9 devs on the payroll. We've got over 50 mods, admins across the different channels on our team. There's 6 people in our core team, from NFT designers to marketing agencies. Like, it's a full-blown company. It's not just a token that's just sitting on the blockchain, with getting a few influences here and there. There's an actual use case where people jump on, start trading. There's a learning center, so for even people coming new into crypto, it goes through the basics, things like what is blockchain, what is slippage, how to buy and sell, like just the little things. And so that's the kind of vision that we have for what we want to create here. So you don't have to download 3 or 4 different apps. The idea is, once our application is out to download on iPhone or Android, you literally just download one application. That's going to be your wallet. That's going to be your swap. With our platforms coming out as well. So our staking and farming will be live from tomorrow onwards. Our NFTs come out on Sunday. Our Launchpad comes out later this week, early next week. Our bridge, they'll be coming out either next week or so. Just, it's all about timing now. Like, I would say no. All our utilities have already started development. Every time I announce a utility, we're like already at that 70-80% stage, because there's a lot of detailed thinking that has to go. It's not just like, all right, this is what's out there, we're gonna do that. We have to take what's out there and figure out how this is all gonna link. It's not just like, trying to create some hype. Oh yeah, we have this, we have this.
Mhm.
It's thoroughly thought through from A to Z, and one of the things that we pride ourselves in is all our decisions are taking investors' best interest. Like we had a hiccup with our launching. It took us like 3 or 4 times. Full cancelled pre-sale. One of them, DXL cancelled our pre-sale, because I've been doing things different. Like what I say about having investors' best interest. In the space, because I told you, there's a lot of bad than good. I found, on previous projects, there's a lot of scamming that goes on, especially before a pre-sale, where there's a lot of fake contracts, a lot of fake links and stuff that gets spammed. So what I decided to do was I linked the DX link on our website, and I directed all investors to just go on our website, click on that link, and that will take you safely to the DX link. It's not going to be someone shilling you or telling you, oh yeah, check this link, or you're in a rush and you just take the link that gets shared because you don't know, like you may not be experienced. And it went smoothly, man. Like we sold out within like 2 or 3 minutes, and then DXL canceled the pre-sale because apparently we didn't meet protocols, which was you have to share the DX link in your Telegram for it to be considered a legit project. You
Really?
know, I swear to man, like we it was thing, and then DX canceled it. Like it wasn't anything or anything, and people could get their refund as soon as the pre-sale cap, the hard cap was met. Um, and it's not like we could just be like, hey, you guys can't do that. Like they can do whatever they want. So
Wow.
because again, this is what I mean. Like I've been trying to do things different, and but it's for the best interest of people. But
Right.
again, that's okay. We did another pre-sale after within 2 hours, redeployed a contract. This one got sold out in 30 seconds. Like it was
Wow.
even quicker.
30
So
seconds. Well,
and then we went to actually launch after that pre-sale, and then we had some technical difficulties, so I actually ended up canceling the pre-sale. I didn't want any investors to lose any money. Every investor got their refund back, and then we had another so we hosted another pre-sale, and you won't even believe this one sold out in 6 seconds.
60? 6 seconds?
Six seconds.
Wow, big six. That is
So
crazy.
it's been
Very
wild,
good.
man. Like
Congratulations.
and during all the mishaps, trying to ensure that everything is done right. People in our community, if you were to come to our Telegram support, they're very appreciative in the fact that we've been trying to do things the right way from the get-go. Like it hasn't been smooth, it hasn't been anything, but it's been done the correct way. Nothing is being rushed just for the sake of launching or whatever. There were people that the people that were mad in the Telegram is because we haven't launched yet. It's not because we've launched and dragging people out and saying soon, soon, soon. It was like, man, I just want you guys to launch so I can invest. Like, take my money, do whatever. Just launch, please. I don't want to miss out.
And yeah, guys, you guys will be able to find the links down in the description. Join their Telegram group. Thank you, Lonzo, for your introduction here. And Day, are you still with us here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually driving home right now, and it's pretty rainy here right now. So I just
Oh,
I just
yeah?
have my mic. I'm here.
Well, I wanted to let you give you an opportunity to speak and tell us a little about yourself and how you got yourself in blockchain technology and how you're involved in the project.
Well, I've been involved in blockchain technology since late 2017. It's kind of a funny story how it happened, man. you know, that year Bitcoin had its big run, and the whole year my brother-in-law was telling me to buy Bitcoin and buy Ethereum, and I kept brushing him off. And funny enough, my wife and I got married in Punta Cana. We had a destination wedding, and you know, while we're out there, you know, everyone's asking my brother-in-law what's going on with crypto, what's going on with this, and he's showing him his portfolio. And every time I looked at it, we were there for about 10 days, and every time I looked at his portfolio, it kept going up. And that's when I said, all right,
sign me up. Sign me up.
I'm getting in. And you know, that's when I got involved in crypto on the investment side. You know, I aped in about 5 coins he told me about. And you know, since then, more so was invested in blue chips and in larger caps. And then, you know, obviously DeFi came around, you know, got educated on the DeFi space, and all the different chains that are out there, you know, all the different things that we can do now in that realm. And my first foray into the dev side came actually earlier this year with Lonzo when he approached me about this project, because in my day-to-day, I own a few businesses, one of which is a marketing agency. And Lonzo came to me and said, hey, man, you know, I have something I'm working on. It's going to be big. And I mean, Lonzo and I had known each other for a while prior to that, you know, just around the same communities and the same chats. Everyone has the investors chats they're in, right, where people shill projects and go in together. And, you know, we had a chance to chat and get to know one another, and I knew his background. I knew that, you know, he's a successful guy, smart guy. So when he said he's working on something, I was like, all right, dude, I don't even need to know what it is. I'm in. I'm busy right now. Fill me in later. And we had to chat about it, and I fell in love with the concept. You know, Sphynx is the original concept. We wanted to do a swap with charting. And, you know, the staking, the farming, and we kept bouncing ideas back and forth and saying to each other, well, you know, if we're doing this, we may as well add this too. You're right. If we can add that, that means we can add this too. And so, you know, we jotted down a whole list of features that we wanted, got the development going, and it's turned into the monster that you see today. And my role within the organization, obviously, I help out on the marketing side, you know, providing ideas for like the overarching direction we want, campaigns to go in, what channels we want to work on, who we want to work with, etc. And work with the devs as well, just because, you know, like Lonzo, I have a bit of technical knowledge, you know, as far as smart contracts and how things work. And so, you know, I have my hand in a few different pots within the organization. I feel like I'm kind of the jack of all trades in the team, and just really there to make Lonzo's job a little bit easier.
Gotcha. Well, thank you guys. Thank you both. You guys are definitely welcome here to the channel. So guys, let's talk more about the Sphynx swap. Tell me about the Sphynx swap, and how is it related to the token?
Yeah, so Sphynx Swap, that's really like you would call it our brand, our product. So if you head over to the sphinx.co, it's a full-blown swap. So as soon as you connect your wallet, your wallet assets appear on the left-hand side, like on the side menu. Right next to it, you have your swap, which is automated depending on what you do on the swap. So if you click on an asset, the swap is automated for you to sell. If you search for a token in our token search bar, then the swap is actually configured for you to buy. So it takes away the clicking, it takes away, you know, putting in the wrong contracts. And as soon as you search for a contract or click on a contract, our charts automatically is updated, so you can see what's going on. You know what you're investing in. You don't have to be jumping around from the different utilities, and you've got the auto slippage. So anybody coming new that doesn't know what's going on, it reduces the amount of errors that they make, reduces the time, and just simplifies it. You shouldn't be having to be bouncing around, shouldn't be having to click at so many different places. And again, so with our token, that's driven, like the whole project is driven under the token. So as a holder, you are the ones that will be entitled to the fees that the whole swap makes. So not just from buying and selling the tokens, like I said earlier, from all the utilities that's under Sphynx. So the wallet, the staking and farming, the bridge, the NFTs, all the utilities are driven under one token. So it's not like, you know, how you have Pancake, you've got KuCoin, you've got MetaMask, you've got DEXL. They're all standalone. They're not like, it's not just one company. So you've got different teams, different vision, different devs. It's a whole different ball game in every aspect. So with us, it's all one. We are one team, one native token, one vision, and putting everything together. We're not segregating it. We're not saying, oh, this is this one, you have to invest in this. It's all basically one. So the ones that are coming in now, as we're going to keep growing, as with the projects, like the journey continues. So we're so early in crypto, is the bottom line. So trying to get people to come into crypto that are new, like I said earlier, it's very, very hard. So the way that we've set it up, and the controls, if you want to call them, that we've put in place by, you know, having the keys to the DEX and ensuring, you know, the projects that launch on, especially on our DEX, you know, there's a certain standard that they've met. You know, they have a utility, they have an order, they've been vetted, they've been doxed, whatever the criteria is required for them to meet, they've met. So the standard of the projects is at a different level to what's out there on PancakeSwap. So, you know, if you want to get your friend into something, you're not going to get them into something that, you know, that hasn't launched, that, you know, you haven't seen what's going on. You've taken some money out to ensure that it's not a honeypot or whatever, and then, you know, your friend misses out on the opportunity of gaining those extra X gains. But what we wanted to ensure was, you know, you can, as an investor, can tell your friend to come invest in this project that hasn't launched yet, because, you know, you've seen what's out there, you've seen what we've achieved, you've seen the standard that we've set. So you, as a friend, you feel comfortable to tell your friends to come invest in this project, because, you know, crypto is trying to you know, make a lot of people financially free. The way it's been set up, the whole structure of crypto, not just Sphynx itself, but the whole structure of crypto. So the teams and the projects that we want to be dealing with and launching and growing on our platform is projects that are looking forward, rather than just, you know, just doing a copy of what's out there and then, you know, riding the hype for a week or two and then just letting it die out. You know, projects that, you know, there's dedicated team, there's a vision, there's a short-term plan, there's a long-term plan, and they're doing the right steps right now to ensure that they get to that end goal. So it's bigger than just a swap. It's like, it's building a whole, you know, community culture within the space. So
Right.
It's not an overnight thing, but, you know, we've seeded, we've put out the seeds, and now we're just, you know, growing it each and every day.
Gotcha. So what are some of the great features regarding the Sphynx token? Why would anyone want to actually invest in this project?
So again, the fact that it's simple and easy, you know, also our fees and everything, it's also less than what's out there in the market. So it's less, and more goes to the investors. So you're investing in a project that, you know, you don't have to sell to generate your income. You don't have to be sitting there watching the chart, waiting for the next news to you know, make some gains or whatever. If you come on our project and you see our graph, you can see that people are holding because they know what the potential of this project has. So they see that there's no reason to sell, because I get rewarded more in the long term by holding than I would right now by just, you know, making a 5, 6x, 10x or whatever, because it's a different model, if you know what I mean. You know, people tried it with the whole rewards tokens. You know, they started adding buybacks. They started, you know, doing a burn and liquidity ad as part of their taxes. And honestly, like, all that stuff is just a marketing gimme. It's not made to make investors money. You know, like, you hearing about, oh, there's going to be a 5% that goes into a buyback, you know, like, you know, you think, oh, cool, so there's going to be money that's going to keep getting pumped into. People don't understand, or you know, not understand, you know, people misunderstand the fact that 5% is generated from volume. You know, volume comes from investors that can see, you know, a use case of this project. So you have a lifespan. So the lifespan that these tokens have is how much money will the dev team pump into the token. And the dev team can only pump money into the token if there's reflection, so the taxes. So if there's no volume coming in, where's the money going to come from? So all these projects that, you know, launches, they honestly have like this very short lifespan. So we've stripped all of that. You know, we've gone back to the basics, simple tax, you know, buy, sell, and that's it. There's no burn this token, add it here, do this. No, it's straightforward. It's rewarding people from outside the token the way it should be. And with our staking, with our farming, we've got the high rewards because we can sustain people coming in and holding. There's not going to be just people coming in and they, you know, getting that thing and leaving. Like 100% normal people will come in and do normal trades here and there, which is standard. But our core holders are the ones that are holding for the benefits of the dividend.
Okay, awesome. So just off the record here, we do have about 11 minutes left. For some reason, Zoom, it cuts out like after 45 minutes, it'll stop recording. So I cut through a few of these questions here, but I figured I would give Day another opportunity since he's kind of more of the marketing guy. The next question is going to be about, so what is the Sphynx token's plan for attracting and expanding communities and increasing the trading experience for investors?
Increasing the what experience? Sorry?
The trading experience. Like, are you guys planning on getting listed on more exchanges or?
Oh, got you. Yeah, so we definitely have a few things in the works. Lonzo's going to be at the World Blockchain Summit, I believe, next week in Dubai. He's going to have a speaking slot there. You know, World Blockchain Summit is a great event because you have some of the most educated and invested individuals in the crypto market that are going to be there. So he'll have a speaking spot. He'll be able to, you know, give those guys a great look firsthand at our product and just have face-to-face conversations about it. In addition to that, we have a number of partnerships that are in the works right now, as far as both, you know, the token and the NFT line as well. 1 second. Let me pull up the calendar here. And actually, our first exchange listing is going to be, we're expecting it to come within the first 2 weeks here. So, you know, you asked, like, are we going to be getting listed on other exchanges, et cetera? Yeah, we have plans to get listed on a number of major exchanges. And, you know, that's something that we're pretty confident in our ability to do. One of the firms that we're working with right now, that's, you know, lending us some of their marketing resources. They have all the infrastructure in place to do that. So we've already submitted our application for that. We're expecting it to go live within the next 2.5 to 3 weeks. And I mean, yeah, that obviously is going to bring a new stream of holders into the coin. Individuals that obviously once they buy and they come into the community, we can continue to educate them. You know, let them know what our mission is, let them know what we have planned. And I think is like from a marketing standpoint, that really has been our secret weapon, is the strength of our community. And I think it's something that most projects in the space tend to overlook, you know, because, you know, we've been building the project for so long. Lonzo and I have done so many of these AMAs. People have had a chance to have real conversations with us, get to know us as the devs, get to know the project, you know, put a face and a name to the project and really hear about it for what it really is. And that's really built some trust and stability in the community. So now, you know, when we have new entrants come in and they have questions, things like that, they're always welcome. You know, their questions get answered, and it goes a long way towards building their confidence in the project.
Wow, that's amazing. So do you guys have a launch pad that's going to be coming out here on your guys' swap?
Yeah. So that's kind of like how we will control projects launching on our decks.
So what benefits, or what would you guys say, why would any project want to launch on your platform over anybody else for like Pancake Swap, for instance?
Yeah, so it's more so being involved as part of our community. So, you know, jumping on our decks, we basically give them the resources to give them a successful project. So, you know, guide them in all the areas that they needed, give them what's required to give them that A+ tick next to their project, in terms of, you know, getting the right people in check, having their contract audited by, you know, Certec, doxing themselves to the community to get them to show that they are real people and trying to do something real. It's really just being more involved in the community, and we have that platform for them. So we have the tools in place, we have the people in place, and it's just about growing together. So as you know, more people come into our decks, you know, there's two ways to gain. There's the dividend way, and there's also real life projects that are being launched on our project. So you as an investor putting your money in more sustainable, safer projects, you know, you feel more comfortable. So as an investor, you would say, you know, oh, this token is launched on Sphynx. I feel more comfortable about this token that is launching on Sphynx and not launching on Pancake, because these guys are actually, you know, going out of their way and pouring in money before launching to ensure that the project is gonna basically be safe. It's ticking all the boxes, and making it easily available for anybody and everybody. So launching on PancakeSwap, they will still have that task of having people to go download those multiple applications. Whereas like if you send them to our swap, you literally have one URL or one application that you send people to. You don't have those multi-chain, multi-links ways of sending people through. One app, one URL, and that's all that's needed. It's simplified, it's generalized, and made in a way where it's for the masses.
That's awesome. I actually have a token that I want to get launched on the Binance Smart Chain here in the near future. So I'm definitely looking for a Launchpad.
You've come to the right place.
Oh,
That's awesome. So one last question, guys, before I let you guys go. What strategies does the Sphynx token have to add value to the token? And what would you say the price is going to be with, say, 1 year from now?
That's the question that I always say. Like, our price is there's no end to it, because like I said, we're not one project trying to do, you know, one thing. You know, we haven't pigeonholed ourselves. We are rolling out everything under one token. So we have some, you know, real life utilities that are coming on our decks where, you know, anybody, you know, any age will be using. So with that, that's like the Sphynx TV. So in the next few weeks, there'll be more information about that. So that's just one of the, you know, dozen projects that we have already cooking in the back. So in terms of adding value, like that's an everyday process, like nonstop, whether it's in development, whether it's in utilities, whether it's in marketing, whether it's just every day we are improving. And the most important thing is all our decisions, you know, we get the community involved. We regularly update them in terms of what's going on, get their feedback. Like even with the swap. So before it went live, I had a private sale, and you know I made a private sale group, which had about 120, 130 investors or so. They got access to the swap before it went to the public. They did the testing. They told me what they liked. They told me things that we could improve on. Took their feedback, and we've been since then constantly updating as we keep going. So the more users that come on, the more thing, because there's certain things that I use that you may use, and vice versa. Like I may have no use or no benefit to it, but you might have all your trading strategies using this special tool. It doesn't mean that this shouldn't be on our swap because I don't use it. I've made this like for the people. So everything out there everything should be out there. There's no restrictions to say, you know, like how you have on PooCoin and stuff where you have to hold X amount and their liquidity for X. No restrictions. It's an open, free trading platform. There shouldn't ever be like, oh, you have to have this to do this to do this. I don't need to incentivize people to just hold the token for a feature. The incentive for the people is you generate income as the whole company does. So the more the company grows, the more people that come on our platform, the more money goes back to the holders. And most importantly, not by selling their tokens. So the value of their tokens in terms of their return can increase even if the number of tokens hasn't increased, if that makes sense. So it's irrespective of just what the market cap is or how much, whatever. It's the more people that come on our decks, the more money is redistributed to the actual token holders.
So hold those Sphynx tokens, guys. Remember to hold them. Thank you, guys. Got Lonzo, the CEO, and Day, the founding partner here for Sphynx Token. Thank you all for being here on this channel. Is there anything last words you guys have to say to our viewers?
Nothing. Just make sure that everybody joins us tonight. We'll be going live on our swap 5 or 6 p.m. UTC. So all Sphynx trading will be solely on the Sphynx.co. So no more Pancake, no more anything. The movement has started and it starts today.
That is awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Well,
thank you, man. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, guys, now, of course, you guys, you know, always do your own research here, folks. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, and that investing in projects, especially projects like these, do involve risk, and you potentially lose all your money. But without further ado, if you guys are enjoying this video, please give us a thumbs up. And also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that way you get notified every time that I go live and when I post new videos. Well, stick around, guys. I got more videos to come and possibly more AMAs to come out. So it is Nero here at DAPP Center saying so long and enjoy the rest of your day. Adios.